Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children. Very good evening. Hope all of you are doing well. Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now we have started school after the vacations. And as I had, messaged you in the morning, I'm back to the normal routine. Today's session is online only because there's a small plumbing work in progress at the center. So we will not be able to access the washroom or the restroom, which is why today's class, is online only. We'll resume the regular classes, that is both online and offline from Saturday, positively. Yeah, I've shared my screen. Is it visible, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Yeah, please continue working. The answer to this question. Find A25, not S25. A25. If you finished working this, please share your answer with me. Okay, so Hasif has pinged me. He says 80. Let me see. Perfect. 80. 825 is 80. Correct, Hasif. So this answer, this question can be answered in more than one way. Let me see what I have here. Okay, I have only one method here. Okay. So the correct answer is 80. We'll understand this method. We'll see the alternate method after this one. So here, Sn is given to us. Okay, Sn is given to us. So find S1. Find S1. So what is S1? The sum to the first one term of the AP. Sum to the first one term is the first term itself. So A is 8. The first term is 8. When you find S1, that's nothing but the first term. And we see that it's 8. Then find S2. S2. So wherever there is N, you're going to fix 2. Now when you find S2, it's 19. And what is S2? It's the sum of the first and the second term. The sum to the first two terms of the AP. So the sum of the first term and the second term is S2. So A1 plus A2. S2 is 19, which means A1 plus A2 is 19. But we know A1 or A is 8. So A2 is 11. Then we find the common difference. A2 minus A1, 3. Now, we know that AN is A plus N minus 1 into D. So A25 is A plus 25 minus 1 into D. So substitute the values for A and D. A25 is 80. So it's like this. So A25 is A plus 24D, right? A25 is A plus 24D. So you need the value of A, you need the value of D. So we first find the values of A and D, and then we find A25. So this is the method you see here. We'll see an alternate method. Now, A25 is also S25 minus S24. S25 minus S24. Think about it. Okay. A25 is the 25th term. S25 is A1 plus A2 plus A3, so on, A plus A24 plus A25. This is S25. Now, what is S24? It's A1 plus A2 plus A3, A23, A24, right? So when you find the difference, S25 minus S24, okay? S25 minus S24. When you subtract, what happens? It's cancelled, right? So then you're left with A25. A25. So A25 is S25 minus S24. This is another approach. So how do you find S25 in Sn? For n, use 25. So find S25. And then for n, use 24. Find S24. So you don't have to find A and D here. Find S25, find S24. The difference between these two values will be A25. Is completed using this method also. So you'll have to just take down what you see on the screen. So this is the understanding part. This is the understanding part. Why is A25? How is A25 S25 minus S24? So this is the understanding part. So according to this, you'll have to find S25, you'll have to find S24, and then A25 is equal to S25 minus S24. Please complete this, and you must get the same answer, 80. Finish this and let me know. Completed, children? This method? Okay, I'll leave it to you. I'm sure you can help yourself if you have not completed. Okay, next question. So just in case anyone wants to take a screenshot of this answer, please do it now. All right. There's the next question. A contract on construction job specifies a penalty for delay of completion beyond a certain date as follows. Okay, before I proceed, children, we haven't done the questions in this presentation, right? No, right, children? Because with a long break, I just want to clarify that. This is a new question, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So a contract on construction job specifies a penalty for delay of completion beyond a certain date as follows. 135 rupees is the penalty for the first day. 160 rupees is the penalty for the second day. 185 rupees is the penalty for the third day, and so on. So a construction job is undertaken by a contractor, and the condition is, say he has to finish the job in 30 days. Okay, he has to finish the job. So they agree, the two parties agree on that. The contractor promises to finish the construction job in 30 days. But due to some reasons, the completion is delayed. We'll say by 3 days it's delayed. He was supposed to hand over the completed project in 30 days, but he was not able to do so. So he hands it over after 3 days. That is at the end of the 33 days, or say on the 34th day. So the construction job is delayed by 3 days. So the contractor has to pay a penalty. What's the penalty? The penalty is 135 rupees for the first day. The job is delayed by 3 days. So 135 is the penalty for the first day. 160 is a penalty for the second day. Only for, see, it's not for 2 days. 160 is not the penalty for 2 days. It's the penalty for the second day. So for the second day only. And 185 rupees is the penalty for the third day. Okay. So this is for the first day, this is for the second day, this is for the third day. So when you add all this, 0, 1 carried over, 8, 1 carried over, 480 is the penalty for 3 days. The penalty for 3 days is 480. Oh, sorry. 2 carried over, 580. Okay, so the penalty for 3 days is 580 rupees. Now let's read the question ahead. If the contractor pays rupees 12,420 as penalty, find the number of days by which the work was delayed. So the contractor has actually paid 12,420 as penalty. So the question is, we have to find the number of days by which the work was delayed. The second sub question is, if the work is delayed by 35 days, then what is the penalty paid by the contractor? So here we need to understand the meaning of these numbers. The meaning of these numbers. So because these numbers form an AP, 135, 160, 185, and so on. These numbers form an AP. Now this 135 is for the first day. 160 is for the second day. 185 is for the third day. So if you have to find the penalty for 3 days, if the work is delayed by 3 days, and if you have to find the penalty for 3 days, you'll have to find the sum of these three numbers. 185 alone is not the penalty for 3 days. 185 is the penalty for the third day alone. So the penalty for 3 days, if the job is delayed by 3 days, the penalty will be 135 plus 160 plus 185. So if the contractor pays 12,420 as penalty, find the number of days by which the work was delayed. So 12,420, okay, is it a particular term of the AP, or does it represent the sum of the first n terms of the AP is what we have to understand. Is 12,420 a term of the AP, or is it the sum of the first n terms of the AP? So how did we find the penalty for 3 days? We found A1 plus A2 plus A3. How did we find the penalty for 3 days? A1 plus A2 plus A3. Now, so the penalty for some n number of days is what? A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4, so on till AN. How did we find the penalty for 3 days? A1 plus A2 plus A3 is the penalty for 3 days. What will be the penalty for n days? Because here we do not know by how many days the work is delayed. So what will be the penalty for n days? It will be A1 plus A2 plus A3, so on till AN. And that is 12,420. A1 plus A2 plus A3, so on till AN. This sum is 12,420, which means SN is 12,420, which means n by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 12,420. So we know the first term, we know the common difference. Substitute the values, you'll get a quadratic equation in n. Solve it by splitting the middle term or by using the quadratic formula. Find the two values for n. Yeah, so finish till there and then we'll discuss ahead. Please take down the question and start working. Yeah, please solve this. I'll just come back. Done, children? What are the values for n? Yeah. What are the values for n, children? What is the quadratic equation you have generated? Okay, no response. So on substituting the values for A and D, this is the quadratic equation generated. You can see 5 is common throughout. So divide the left-hand side and right-hand side by 5. And this is the simpler equation. Now, it's difficult to find the two numbers to split the middle term. So you can use the quadratic formula. A is 5, B is 49, C is minus 4968. And you know, n is given by minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So put the values for a, b, and c. Now here you should know how to find the square root using the long division method of this number. And the square root of this number is 319. So the two values for n are 27 or minus 36.8, which is not possible. N cannot be negative, n cannot be a decimal or a fraction. So n is equal to minus 368 by 10 is not possible. So we go with n 27. So the work is delayed by 27 days. The work is delayed by 27 days. So the penalty for the first day, plus the penalty for the second day, plus the penalty for the third day, so on till the penalty for the 27th day is equal to 12,420. Next, this one is a direct question. If the work is delayed by 35 days, find the penalty to be paid by the contractor. So it's given that the work is delayed by 35 days. So if the work is delayed by 35 days, the penalty to be paid is A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4, so on till 35. The work is delayed by 35 days. So the penalty to be paid by the contractor would be A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 plus A5, so on till A35, which is S35. Which is S35. Yeah, please complete the answer. I'm right here. I've just turned off my camera. I'm right here. Please finish and let me know. Okay, I've got a message from Hasid. He says 480 only. Okay. No, I know I'm very bad with addition subtraction. So, okay. So that 480 total was right. He's saying 135 plus 160 plus 185. I thought 2 carried over. 0, 1, 18. No? Okay. So 8, 1 carried over. Okay. I become a little nervous with addition and subtraction. So I mostly go wrong there. Yeah, 480 Hasif. I said 480 and then I corrected 580. Yeah, it's 480. Thank you. Yeah, please complete the answer. Yeah, done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, next question. Okay, I think this question or a similar question we've already done, children. So I'll skip this one. Or you can just make a note of this question, check with your notebook, and if it's not done, we'll do it in the next class because I don't want to repeat it and take your time. You can just take a screenshot of this question. Let me know if you have not if you have not taken up this question earlier, we can do this in the next class. I'm skipping these two because they're similar. This is the next one. The sum of the first 5 terms of an AP and the sum of the first 7 terms of the same AP is 167. The sum of the first 5 terms of an AP and here means plus addition, and the sum of the, see, it's like the cost of a notebook and the cost of a pen is 50 rupees. The cost of a notebook and the cost of a pen is rupees 50. So then and this addition, right? Same sense here. The sum of the first 5 terms of an AP and that means plus the sum of the first 7 terms of the same AP is 167. So this is the equation. S5 plus S7. Sum of the first 5 terms is S5. The sum of the first 7 terms is S7. So S5 plus S7 is equal to 167. Next, if the sum of the first 10 terms of this AP is 235, so S10 is 235. S10 is 235. Find Sn and S20. So you'll get 2 equations. Solve the 2 equations. Find the values of A and D. After getting the values of A and D, you can find Sn. Okay, so you can find Sn like this, and then S20 using Sn. Once you find Sn, you can use Sn to find S20. Yeah, please take the question and start answering it. Please go through the steps, understand, and then work down, children. Okay, so after finding the values of A and D, we'll find Sn and S20. And you can use Sn to find S20. Excuse me. This is over, children. Yeah, okay. Any questions? Okay. Next one. Okay, so the first few lines of the question. 5,412 logs are stacked in the following manner. 5,412 logs. Okay, log of wood. Logs are stacked in the following manner. 252 logs in the bottom row. 246 logs in the next row. 240 logs in the next row, and so on. So in all, there are 5,412 logs. So the bottom row on the ground, on the ground. The bottom row is on the ground. So on the ground, the bottom row has 252 logs. Now above that row, okay, which is the next row, 246 logs are arranged. Above that one, 240 logs are arranged. So like this, the arrangement is done till all the logs are arranged. Like this, the arrangement is done till all the logs are arranged. So the question is, in how many rows are 5,412 logs placed, and how many logs are in the top row? That's a question. In how many rows are these logs arranged, and how many logs are there in the top row, not bottom row. Bottom row is on the ground. Top row. Okay. Yeah. So these numbers 252, 246, 240, they form an AP with the first term 252 and common difference 246. Second term minus the first term. 246 minus 252. Always second term minus the first term. So minus 6. Now 5,412. What is it? It's A1. It is, what is 5,412? It is the number of logs in the first row plus the number of logs in the second row plus the number of logs in the third row, so on till the number of logs in the nth row. Correct? What is A1? A1 is the number of logs in the first row. What's A2? Then see, what is 252? the number of logs in the first row. What's 246? The number of logs in the second row. What is 240? The number of logs in the third row. What is 5,412? The total number of logs. So what is that total number of logs? It is the number of logs in the first row plus the number of logs in the second row plus the number of logs in the third row, so on till the number of logs in the nth row. And that total is 5,412. So A1 plus A2 plus A3, so on till AN is equal to 5412, which means SN is equal to 5412. So then you know formula, substitute the values of A and D and find the two values for N. So here you can see, yeah, I haven't shown the working. You have to do that. I have just shown the quadratic equation. So you either split the middle term or you use a quadratic formula and find these two values, 41 and 44. Don't write them straight away like you see on the screen here. Yeah, please take the question. Write down the answer. Okay. So now about the two values of n. N is equal to 41 or 44. Now both the values of n are acceptable. There's no reason to reject any of the values of n. N 41, number of terms 41, number of terms 44, both acceptable. But both, you cannot take both the values, right? The value of n can be only one answer. You cannot get two answers. See, the question is in how many rows are 5,412 logs placed? So you can say that the logs are placed in 41 rows or the logs are placed in 44 rows. But we cannot give both the answers. Either 5,412 logs are arranged in 41 rows or 5,412 logs are arranged in 44 rows. One of the two only can be the answer, the correct answer. So now we'll have to find a different reason for rejecting one of the two values. On the face of it, you cannot reject it. Like it's not, one of the values is not negative or fraction. So if one of the values were negative or fraction, on the face of the value, you can just reject it. But here, they are acceptable, but one of it is not possible. So you need to do some working and justify why you are going with one value and not the other value. For that, what you have to do is you'll have to find A41 and A44. What is A41? The number of logs in the 41st row. What is A44? The number of logs in the 44th row. Actually, you can find A44 straight away. Okay, because you can find A44 straight away. You'll understand why. Or you can find both. Find A41, find A44. You can find both also. So when you find A40, okay, so what is A41 when you find A41? Okay, A41 is the 41st term. But what is in the 41st term? The number of logs in the 41st row. And what is A44? The number of logs arranged in the 44th row. So let's find A41 and A44. So A41 is 12. A44 is minus 6. That is, the number of logs arranged in the 44th row is minus 6. That's not possible. Minus 6 logs in the 44th row. No, doesn't make sense, right? So we reject 44. So N44 is not possible. Therefore, N is 41. So 5,412 logs are arranged in 41 rows. And what was the other question? And how many logs are in the top row? So which is the top row? The 41st row is the top row. And how many logs are there in the 41st row? The top row, 12 logs. And there are 12 logs in the top row. Is it clear, children? Yeah, children, use the emoji, raise your hand. Okay, so Blessy, Swati, Bhavashya, Hari Pranav, Akshada, Aragamai, Anugraha, Krishna Priyan, Pritesh, Keshav, Niveda, Prenu, Jayvarshini, Srivatsan, Mohammed, Hasif, Aniruddhan is there, right? Okay, good. All eligible. Yeah, please complete the answer. I'll give you 3 minutes time. Okay, next one. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the next question. What does Sn minus 2, Sn minus 1 plus Sn minus 2 represent? Yeah, so please work along with me. Take down the question. Okay, so Sn, what is Sn? Sn is A1 plus A2, so on till An. And what is, just take the next slide. Let me just complete this answer and then explain that. So Sn minus Sn n minus 1 is An. And Sn minus 1 minus Sn minus 2 is An minus 1. And An minus 1 is D. That's it. So it represents the common difference. The expression given in the question represents the common difference of the AP. I'll explain this. We'll understand how this is equal to this and how this is equal to this. We'll understand that. Yeah. This is mostly a 1 marker. Mostly. Okay. So now we'll understand this step in detail. Okay. So we'll just expand on Sn. What is Sn? Sn is A1 plus A2 plus A3 An minus 1 plus An. See, like, say A100, okay? So what's the term before that? A99. And what is it? How do you get 99? 100 minus 1, right? That's what it is. N and N minus 1 is the term before that. See, if A100 is a term, its previous term, the term before A100 is A99, correct? The term before A100 is A99. Now what is A99? A100 minus 1. That means if this is AN, this is AN minus 1. And before that will be A100 minus 2. Because 98, right? And before that, A100 minus 3. So 100 minus 1, 99. 100 minus 2, 98. 100 minus 3, 97. 100 minus 4, 96. So A96, A97, A98, A99, A100. In the same way, AN, before that AN minus 1, before that AN minus 2, and before that AN minus 3, before that AN minus 4. All right? So Sn is equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus AN minus 1 plus AN. Sn minus 1 is A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus AN minus 2 plus AN minus 1. Sn minus 1. So the last term is n minus 1. So before that will be n minus 2. Now what is Sn minus Sn minus 1? So this will get cancelled. AN. Now in the same way, n minus 1 is equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus AN minus 2 plus AN minus 1. Sn minus 2 is equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus AN minus 3 plus AN minus 2. A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus AN minus 3 plus AN minus 2. Now when you find the difference, Sn minus 1 minus Sn minus 2 cancels, and we have An minus 1. An minus 1. And that's what we have substituted here. Sn minus Sn minus 1. See here is An. Sn minus 1 minus Sn minus 2 is An minus 1. An minus 1. And how are these two connected? An is a term and An minus 1 is its preceding term. An minus 1 is the term before An. So what is An? What is this term minus its preceding term? Common difference. What is the meaning of a term minus its preceding term? Common difference. So An minus An minus 1 is a term minus its preceding term, which is the common difference. Yeah, you have to write down this also. Correct.
Okay.